Oh my God, Nation, we do have something to talk about, obviously, as always. Now, this one is interesting because we will be looking at, Zamalek's two key players, and then also we do have, Lilebo, Duba, McCarthy, and yeah, we will be looking at, the one that is, I should is the most debatable currently with Dr. KHUMALO on Umchitalapana Fundo Vagazi. But of course, before we dive into all those details and then we try to talk about everything of it too, please do make sure that you like the video. Thank you so much for the first video. You guys made sure to you listen when I said please like the video. So same as this one. I meant to say please do make sure you guys put those likes in, and also don't forget to click the bell notification if this is your first time seeing Football Transit QP, or subscribe so that next time when I post a new video you will be notified and be able to watch that video. Now, where should I start? Well, obviously before we get into Indaba Dr. KHUMALO when it comes to Umfundo Vagazi, I think I would like us to start with Zamalek SC. Now, Zamalek SC has two key players which will not be available when they play against us. And their last game, which they played against Zesco, they won 1-0 with those two key players, which that's where they picked up the injury that they have. We have a player known as Nabali Dunga. Nabali Dunga will not be available, and also Abdahal. I think it's Abdahal. I'm not too sure, but both of those players will not be available, and I do have confirmation that they did not travel with the rest of the team. So meaning this might be an edge for Kaizer Chiefs, because at the end of the day, Tina, we do have some players who we will be able to use. And the fact that we have a player like Oxum Tetra, I know those players, we might say maybe they are not too effective, but they are effective. So we do have a player like Oxum Tetra, who definitely is someone who will be bossing or trying to boss the midfield. And also looking at Zamalek playing against Zesco and them winning 1-0, it shows you it must have been a difficult game, probably, or there were things that were not combining. So a win is a win, 3 points, good for them. But Nati, if we can be able to secure those 3 points, then definitely that will be something good for us. And obviously on the lock, we will be sitting at a very much comfortable position. But for now, we are the team that has managed to concede 2 goals away from home. So it's now time for us to take back what is ours. As I've said before, Kaizer Chiefs can surprise you when it comes to teams like Zamalek, those so-called B teams. They might not perform with other teams. Kaizer Chiefs ingaqala ishawe iZesco, but it can manage to beat Zamalek 3, 4, even 5 goals. How are those guys doing it? But anyways, it's fine. So those are the 2 players who will not be available. So this might be a huge boost for Kaizer Chiefs. And then also we jump to Umchitalapana Mfundo Vagazi. But before we get there, let me just quickly dive into those 4 players that I've mentioned at the beginning of the video. We have Uklodi, Makabi, Lilebo. We also have Owandile Duba and Aiden McCarthy. Now, those 3 players, I was asking myself, what happened to at least to McCarthy and Lilebo? Well, obviously with Lilebo we do know about the injury, and also the doctors advising him he needs to take a bit of more rest and work on his fitness before azokhona ukubuya enkundleni, which is something that is still happening, guys. They're still advising him to make sure he work on his fitness levels, same as the other 2 players. Now with Duba, I don't know how, but Naye is someone who's still fighting with his fitness, and also Aiden McCarthy. If he did pick up an injury, then I'm surprised, because at the end of the day, I thought he was having good games. So Aiden McCarthy, the reason why we did not get to see him, not even a benchini, but we opted to play or have a player like Given him Simango, who have not yet played this season, I believe, ever since he's been back, and then kuthiwa no, he's injured, nani, he has never played. So that's why we decided, we had to see Udona giving him Simango coming, and we decided to say no, let's leave Aiden McCarthy behind. So those something, all the details that you need to know about come E29. Hopefully we will or might have Aiden McCarthy. With Miguel, I do not have a problem with him, Bafetu, but at the end of the day, if he's costing the team, then that is something that he needs to work on, and we can't have him costing us ECAF. He does have experience, but now if he's not using that experience or it's not working for him, it is a problem, because if we go down, a lot of us are going to blame him. You understand? We are going to blame him for that silly mistake that happened. So yeah, guys, moving on, we go back to Dr. Khumalo. Now, there's a statement. I don't know where he said this, whether it was on an interview or maybe it was just something that he said out of nowhere. I don't know. But one thing I do know is the fatality. According to the statements, okay, he says, Mfundo Obrigado Paper 2 Vagazi should be played as a number 10 rather than a winger, which he does make a compelling statement, Bafetu. I'm in between, people who are saying, okay, definitely he should be playing as a number 10. And then the other side is saying he should be playing as a winger because that's what we know him of. But if we go back and we look at the player overall, you can see with most of the time, especially on DDC, he was mostly used as a number 10. And a lot of us fell in love with that boy because he had the skills, the skills to make sure to Zama to eliminate as much players as possible. He has great passes, great vision of where to go. I think this is one of the reasons why he performed very well on the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Unfortunately, currently at Kaizer Chiefs, he has never been played as a number 10. And for me, I honestly, Nami, do believe what Dr. Khumalo is saying is true, because you look at how he played and performed. He has managed to score 2 goals, 2 assists while playing, as a attacking midfielder, playing centrally. So yeah, Umfana is good. And the reason why we wanted to promote him, bring him to the senior level, was because we could see how good he is with that left foot. He's left-footed, he's great with it, but now we are pushing him more on the wing side. And on the wing side, I can count you a lot of, maybe few problems Esbanayo when he's playing on that right wing side. He comes in, he comes with the ball, he makes a run, and then he cuts inside, which obviously we know he's very predictable, and also it makes him predictable to the opponent. But whenever he's playing as a free role, he is able to find his man. He's able to make sure he does eliminate, defenders and the opponent. He does make sure there's something that he does right whenever he's playing as a number 10. So the biggest problem now, or the biggest question is, even if we can try and introduce him to play as a number 10, a playmaker for us currently at the senior level, will he be able to manage to do it? Because now it's a different kind of a pressure. He's never played at this level before. I understand FIFA World Cup, but there he was playing with his peers, abantu alingana nabo, and also you can say he was a bit more matured because he's someone who's playing with seniors, and playing with seniors, it does prepare you mentally and physically in a different level. So with him, Azodlala on the attacking side, will he be able to manage to do it? Well, for me, I don't know whether he will be able to do it or not, but the good thing that we can do is just to give him that opportunity. Now, unfortunately, we can't do it as a full match. We will have to give it to him few minutes, maybe the last few 10 minutes of the game, because I do believe we do have a young Serino Mfundo. Unfortunately, he still lacks a bit of experience, and also he's being played mostly as a winger. And with that being said, it's a bit difficult for him because as a winger, I think because he only tends to cut inside and then that's it. He doesn't know anything else to do playing on the wing side. With Abu Sirino, they have more experience. They know, okay, this is what I can try and do to eliminate the players. Maybe he makes a decision, he commit to that decision. With Umfundo, still young, Umfana, yes, I know he's good, he's a senior player, but also when it comes to decision making, football wise, he still lacks a bit, especially on that wing side. But here on the number 10 role, where you say, Mfana, do whatever you can as long as we can be able to move forward. It is a huge responsibility because now you will have to do a lot of work compared to playing as a winger. But if you can manage to do it, plays those beautiful passes. We have a striker like Kaizer Chiefs, we have a striker like Idiosa Igodaro, who those players know how to position themselves. And also we do have a player like Flavio da Silva who can be, of use when we use Umfundo that way. You can see whenever he has the ball trying to progress coming in from centrally, you can see how effective he is. But sometimes on the wing, we do tend to lose the ball a little. And also when it's direct, he can be able to hit the Kela because now he's able to see the net. So I don't know, but that's just my opinion. I don't know what you think from home. Or do you think it would be a great idea to put him or Simiang? But for me, I believe if we want him to do that, then we will need to introduce him bit by bit, because I've seen other teams as well, they've done the same thing. Even now you can see him Fugeng. I think he's being introduced more centrally, you understand? So if we want to see what he's capable of, we will not know Utumfana is capable of doing it unless we give him a chance to try and do it and prove himself. No, definitely he can do it. Even if it's just 5 games, sim introducer and the last 20 minutes of the game or so, it is fine. I don't have a problem with that, because at the end of the day, one thing I do know is we will never know until we try. Well, that's it, Buffet. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you believe what Dr. KHUMALO is saying should be the system that we use, or do you fall with the other ones that say no, Mjita should remain where he is currently? Well, I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon with something new. Peace.